Hello everybody and welcome back to Inquisition. I had to have an abrupt stop for my last video because I had a little bit of an emergency, so everything's okay. But what I wanted to do then that I wasn't unable to do was talk to companions. Wow, that was horrible. I really need to practice English a little bit more. Anyway, that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're just gonna have some conversations with the companions. We're gonna see how they're doing. We're gonna talk to Varric and see how he's feeling about Hawk. So, oof, that could be really bad. So, let's get started. We're gonna make our way from the top of Skyhold all the way to the bottom. So, which means we're gonna start with Leliana, Dorian, Vivienne, Solus, and then from there we're gonna do Varric. Then we're gonna go outside, head left with Blackwall, and then make our way to the right with Iron Ball, Sera, Cole. Then right outside to Cassandra. Then we're gonna go back inside and talk to Josephine to see if she has anything to say. And also Cullen on the walls. So let's get started, shall we?
Our agents have encountered more followers of Corypheus, these so-called Venatori. Their leader, Calpurnia, has them searching elven ruins. For what, I do not know. I propose we stop the Venatori before they find what they seek.
Do you know anything about Calpurnia?
Only that Calpurnia is a name from ancient Tevinter legend. An unusual one. She was a priestess of Dumat, foster mother to the founder of the Imperium. A name like that is meant to assure the Venatori they follow in the footsteps of legends. We must prove them wrong.
Okay. So war table operation, I'm guessing?
On top of the matter.
I try. These Venatori have been shadowing a merchant called Vicinius on Calpurnia's orders. They've investigated his finances, surveyed his warehouses. I propose that you meet with Vicinius. Flatter him. Find out what he knows of Calpurnia.
We should warn Vicinius that the Venatori cultists are sniffing around.
You'd earn his trust. I'll make arrangements for you to visit his summer home in Valrayo.
Ah, a noble.
Hopefully your attention should be enough to pique his interest. We'll have Calpurnia's secrets yet.
Okay, so we got a Leliana mission. Anything else? Ah.
Inquisitor. I have been thinking. You remember everything now, yes?
Yes.
The explosion at Haven, the Fade, escaping the breach.
The Great Warden's being the reason?
You said Justinia was with you. But only you emerged in the end. Why? Why were you the only survivor?
She knew it was either her or me. And she wanted me to live.
She also got dragged away as she was trying to run, to escape, but I don't know.
That's just like her. Her message to me. I failed you too. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Did you say anything else? Anything at all? Please, if you remember.
I don't think so. That's what she said.
I'm sorry, Leliana. That was it.
There are no answers in the Fate. Only illusions. A warped mirror. Justinia has never failed me. I was her left hand. Now she's dead. I failed her.
I mean, she meant that because she died, she failed her? Or maybe because, I don't know.
I expected the hero Ferelden to be at Adamant, but she was not with the other wardens.
Okay, keep talking.
She studied the Blight after killing the Archdemon, and may know something that could help us.
Huh?
If you like, I can have agents look for her.
Yes. Good idea.
That sounds like a wise choice.
I'll make preparations in the war room. Now, was there anything else?
Let's go.
The Divine's death hit you hard. How have you been feeling?
Oh, you are referring to my outburst in Haven. I am much better now. Justinia was such a dear friend, and there were so many.
It would be so funny if they find the hero of Ferelden and then he's just like not a big talker. Because there was the card that didn't have voice actor.
Sometimes it's
It would
best
just
to
be
talk
the
these
big
things out.
silent type. That would be pretty funny. Or just grunts here and there.
The Archdemon. We won the day, and I thought the Maker smiled on me. When the Divine requested my help, I went to her. I owed her that much. I sacrificed so much to do the Maker's work. But now, Justinia is dead. I was angry. I felt betrayed. But I shouldn't have let my emotions get the better of me. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Don't apologize. You were grieving and upset.
It was in the anger
I
phase.
understand.
Thank you. Now enough of this. Let us think more
Alright,
pleasant thoughts.
let's go talk to
I'll leave you to your
Vivi. Oh,
work.
no, Dorian, who is downstairs. We are doing the war table immediately. Also, I'm currently rank 8. Do I have money? No, I don't have any money. I was gonna say, I'm gonna go buy some more power from the merchant outside.
You have remarkably little here on early Tevinter history. All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
No, that's okay. I already have my romance option. Which speaking of, I really should do permission. We'll do that next time before we start the main quest.
If I knew what you were looking for, I could help you.
You? I rather doubt that.
What? Rude?
I apologize. That was unworthy. Did I see something by Genitivi here? I could have sworn.
What is this about, Dorian?
When everyone returned, they told us about your tumble into the Abyssal Rift. You went into the Fade. Physically went in.
A second time?
You do realize this feat hasn't been performed in over 1,000 years. Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights. In comparison,
No, no, no.
That's not exactly comforting, Dorian.
nor should it be. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow. Who knows what secrets Corypheus has revealed? Not all of them will be as lucky as you. What they could unleash.
Wow.
My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
That's true.
That's a good idea.
There are enough idiots in the world who think if they just use enough blood magic, their problems will vanish.
That's also true.
It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back home. This I don't need. What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find Corypheus's real name. If I can prove he was a grasping ankle-biter with no family to speak of, the luster would come right off. Wish me luck.
Luck? More? Yes.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix. He spilled wine on you in Redcliffe, remember?
The son of the mage
I was
guy?
trying to discover what became of him. Where he ended up.
And?
Nothing. Redcliffe is abandoned, and there's no trace of him. It's as if he never existed. I think the Venatori
Maybe I should
found
go
out he
over there.
was
Maybe there
helping
could be a
people.
quest.
I think they killed him.
Are you alright?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
That doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
Were you?
Were the two of you...
Felix and I? What an odd question. No, I had no intention of abusing Alexius's hospitality by seducing his son. Not that I've been proper my whole life, by any means. It wasn't like that. Even in illness, Felix was the best of us. With him around, you knew things could be better.
Okay.
You should be an example for others to follow. or his death is wasted.
Should I spread the word? We could spawn the cult of Felix within a matter of days.
There are worse things.
Probably true. And you're right. His actions should not be forgotten.
So I'm guessing he would have been
Thankfully,
alive had I
Felix wasn't
chosen the
only
mages.
decent sort kicking around Thedas. Roderick, that
All right,
chanting
then we're
fellow
good
who led us
here.
through the mountain from Haven.
He's dead,
You
yes.
know he died, I assume.
Yes, you already told me this.
Got us as far as the camp,
Didn't you?
and then that was it.
No, it wasn't. No. What? Oh no, it was a cutscene before we made it to Skyhold.
Oh, that's too bad.
I helped him walk. He talked about you quite a bit. He just needed to be sure.
His
you
armor
were
looks
Andraste's
great in the
chosen.
dark.
He
I
was
love it.
terrified of what it meant, if it were true. But in the end, he believed. He asked me to tell you he was sorry.
It seems he was a good man after all.
Sometimes you discover things where you least expect. Anyway, we can talk about something else if you'd rather.
No, we're good.
I should go.
As you wish.
Let's go to Vivienne. Should be right here.
You've made such intriguing design choices for the castle, my dear. They must be inspired.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you, Vivienne. I'm glad you approve.
When things have settled down a bit, I will take you to Val Royo and introduce you to my seamstress. And appearances are important. We can't have you mistaken for a commoner.
Yeah, because we have the whole nobles plus the chantry, so you know, in their eyes, we gotta be all fancy.
I suppose it's important to show that we're an authority to be respected.
Not just respected, my dear. Awed, feared, aspired to. You command an army of the faithful, outfitted by the coin of the nobility. You must be a woman who commoners aspire to be, and to whom nobles bow.
That's quite a lot for one person to pull off, don't you think?
It is a challenge all great leaders must face, Inquisitor. The stories of your accomplishments will spread, and with them, doubt. Are you truly the woman from the tales? They will question what they've heard, but they will believe what they see. They must see someone greater than legends.
If that's your standard for me, what does the Divine have to live up to?
Andraste and the Maker cast very large shadows. The Divine absolutely must set the example for all Thedas. She must seem to be the embodiment of the Maker to the faithful. She needs the authority of the Maker and the charisma of Andraste.
This is the second time that I hear a conversation kind of like that.
Vacant throne.
Like insinuating that at some point the divine has to be chosen. It's like they're hinting that I'm gonna have to make that choice, which I don't know why they doubt it.
How may I help?
Okay, nothing here. Oh, actually, yes, I did finish your
Lost
mission.
books have been found.
I never doubted you, darling. You always get results.
Wait, anything else?
My dear, did you need me for
No,
something?
we're good. Let's go talk to
Thing I wish to
Varric. Let me save, because this could be very bad.
Did I ever tell you about the time Hawk was on a Merchant Guild hit list? Hawk's uncle got into an investment scheme with a couple of merchant caste businessmen. They took a lot of people's coin in order to arrange the import of wandering hills from the Anderfells. A delicacy, I'm told. Their weird foreign foodstuffs arrived alive, and one of them, true to its name, wandered off in the middle of the night. Shit.
He's a lot more calmer than I thought he would be.
The guild traced the shipments to Hawk's uncle, but as usual, he was
Dude,
so
don't
far in
ruin
debt
the
he
scene.
couldn't see daylight. So they went after Hawk instead. They sent guys from the local Carta to Hawk's estate one night. 5 big dusters, armed to the teeth. They kick in the door, And Hawk yells, "You're just in time," and drags them over to a game of Wicked Grace. They played 2 hands of cards before the city guard showed up to take them away. A couple of them became regulars in our weekly game. Hawk just had that effect on people.
Supposed to be sad. They're
I
making
always
it
wanted to tell
hilarious.
that one. Thanks. I guess I've got some letters to write. I should be the one to tell
It's
Ferris. Excuse me.
it's like he's talking to a wall. Oh my god. I think that got ruined. It's a quest. Mother Giselle, I guess. Can't believe they ruined that cutscene.
Is this a bad time? I can come back.
No, it's all right. Bills are really not that engrossing. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition. I don't know how to do this disciplehood thing. I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
And I was a smuggler, so...
I'm a person like any other. You don't have to treat me differently.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm overthinking things. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
No romance options.
There's no way I can be bigger than myself, Varric.
Sure you can. You don't see yourself like they do. The sky tears open, demons everywhere. To ordinary folks, these are the end times. The only hope they have is you. You're the sign that somebody might hear their prayers. That maybe they're not abandoned after all. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Whatever I am to Thedas, I'm still just an ordinary person.
So, just a regular person, like anybody else. Right. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace?
Can I play? Oh, that's unfortunate. More? No,
Sorry,
we're done.
I really need...
Someone I knew once described Adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. None of the Wardens we saw wavered. They gave their lives willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
And that's why he has to die.
You'll get no argument from me. There's no one to blame but Corypheus. Even Clarel's intentions were righteous.
Yeah, they
Her
thought it would be
desire
able to help,
protect was
but...
so great it led her astray. It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
Don't think of what went wrong. Think of their intentions, their sacrifice. Honor their selflessness.
Clarel made mistakes, but she was a great woman. And she died a great woman. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the... joining. At the heart of it, all a Warden is a promise. To protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
Which, now that I think about it, during Origins the Great Wardens were dying out. There weren't that many. So it was... I didn't realize there were like a bunch of Great Wardens on that mission. So in the 10 years, the Order has grown quite a bit. More? It's a woodworker, nice.
This is just...
It's pretty good.
It's something to keep their hands busy. You were quite the outlaw, I hear. The Carter. You must have some past.
I mean, how wouldn't he know?
It was the only way to survive for someone like me.
I'm not judging. I know what it's like to be so desperate. I don't care who you were. I know who you are now, and that's the person I signed on for. You are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
There's wisdom in that.
It was a chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I even thanked him.
The hell is the Grand Tourney?
What is this grand tourney?
You've never heard of it? The Grand Tourney of the Free Marches. It's a spectacle.
Wait.
Song, dance, wine, every amusement you can imagine. But the greatest part is the contest of arms. Prove yourself in the Grand Tourney, and you can make your fortune.
That's not the... Is that the thing from Dragon Age 2? Where we had to kill a wyvern? Or is it referring to something else?
How did he help you?
There were 100 men on the field, each one fighting for himself. The knight and I had forged an alliance. It was just the two of us, and we took all comers. The goal, down as many opponents as possible. He always let me deliver the final blow.
That was generous of him.
He said I stood to gain everything, while he'd lose nothing. When it was over, he offered to mentor me, to teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down flat. I just won the melee at the Grand Tourney. I didn't need him.
Lucky.
I should have gone with him. Perhaps things could have been different.
So this was before he became a Grey Warden.
You're here now. A Grey Warden. It worked out.
I suppose it did, didn't it? But I'm older, hopefully wiser. And I think I've chosen the right person to walk with.
Ooh. More?
Of
No.
all the things in the world, a demon who wears someone's face. I imagine it makes trusting
Is that
others
Cole?
risky.
Without trust, how would we build alliances? Or friendships?
It's easy to speak well of trust when yours has never been misplaced.
We'll talk later.
Nothing right now.
I
Perhaps
already asked him questions. Alright, so we still got the same merchants. Blah, blah, blah. I will go and kill stuff and get some armor, okay? I'll be back for you later.
As leader of the Inquisition, there's something I must tell you.
Okay.
Whatever it is, I'm willing
What
to
happened
listen.
now?
Right. Thank you. Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer. Some go mad, others die. We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I no longer take it.
You stopped?
When I joined the Inquisition,
It's like a
it's been
drug?
months now.
Or he could die? Maybe you don't...
Why are you doing this?
After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to
But that's
the
right, he
order
was
or
also
that
in
life
Kirkwall.
any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it. But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to watch me. If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty.
Dude. Oh,
Are you in pain?
I can endure it.
okay, it's his decision, so...
Thank you for telling me. I respect what you're doing.
Thank you, Inquisitor. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. Should anything happen, I will defer to Cassandra's judgment.
Okay. More?
First the Templars, now the Grey Wardens. Both devoted their lives to fighting evil. Now they serve it.
I mean, we can ignore the other group. This sounds kind of...
What better way to demoralize the people of Thedas than to corrupt their heroes? If Corypheus appears with Templars and Wardens at his side, why shouldn't they follow too?
Because now is
I
not
mean,
the time
because
to lose
they
hope.
look, they see the Templars and they
Inquisition
look all
must
messed
serve
up.
as an example.
You know,
We must stand where others
crystals coming out of them and stuff. No. Okay, I think.
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charges on our side. Bull's men are professionals, despite evidence to the
Okay.
contrary.
So that's all for
That's
now.
all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Yes, let's go talk to the Iron Bull, Sera, and Cole. I love his personality.
Again. Again. Come on! This is why the Qun doesn't like women fighting.
Oh,
I should have asked Cullen. Good one.
Perhaps you can take over.
Qunari training exercise to master your fear. I heard about the nightmare at Adamant. Sounded big.
now, I mean, well, it's a Qunari training exercise, so
All right.
There
I'm
we
hitting him
go.
right on his balls.
Oh, yeah. Damn demon. Who's stuck in the fade, huh?
Okay. I mean, don't ask him. He's totally sure about it.
You fought in that siege. Every demon at Adamant wanted to tear you in half.
Right on his balls.
I bet, you demon assholes. And who killed you? That's right. Iron fucking Bull.
Oh, this is great.
I needed that. Thanks, boss.
He was my original love interest, and honestly, oh my gosh, I'm torn. Like, I really like Josephine's like personality. Oh, she's like so sweet and whatnot, but like the Iron Boy is the complete opposite. He's so freaking funny. But the idea of a Qunari and a dwarf is just, you know, just find that hysterical. No, I like Josephine. Not a problem.
Anytime.
That was awesome. What? Where am I? Don't put me in places. Okay. I will talk to you later.
Hey.
Okay.
Are you using a new soap or something? Got one of those scented bath things?
I will know, man.
Because I don't want this to sound weird, but you smell really good. Almost dragony.
Oh, it's my Reaver
Alright,
thing.
That sounded weird.
I was right.
I've started training as a Reaver. Part of the process involves drinking dragon blood.
Okay. That'd do it. I've heard about Reavers.
You're a
They're
Reaver.
very efficient.
What are you talking
Get
about?
The more they hurt. Warriors after my own heart.
The hell are you talking about? Okay,
See you later, Bull.
sure. Why not?
Talking with you, boss.
Sera is around here, but also Cole should be further up. There it is. Hello, Sera.
Heard what went on in that Fade thing? What you think went on? Can't even start to believe that business.
Really? I'm planning another playthrough, you know, off camera. I really want to play a rogue. So I really want to bring Sera with me on that playthrough. I'm not going to be playing on Nightmare. Hell no, I'm not going to put myself through that. Although I really am enjoying it now that it's kind of a little bit easier. But because Sera doesn't believe half the stuff that is happening. So I'm definitely bringing her with me everywhere, just to see what she says, especially with this.
It's hard to describe. Guess you had to be there.
No friggin' thanks. Some people are still there.
Fair enough.
Yeah? Lost a champion. And in trade, a busted down bunch of wardens. And they're always weird. Usually, bad stuff happens first, so you're glad when the hero shows up. But wardens are the wrong way round. They're the good thing that means a bad thing is about to happen. Like in Denerim, when the
Fair.
fight ended.
That's true.
A lot happened in Denerim. What did you see?
People talked a lot about this one warden. There was a big
Thank
fight
you.
and they died, or I
Oh.
don't know, maybe they didn't.
The hero of Ferelden? You forget the hero of Ferelden.
That was ages ago. 10 years. I was playing with small painted boxes and burying stuff I
Oh
stole.
yeah, it was
I
10.
remember more people cringing about magic than blight. Wardens were an excuse for your stuff to go missing. Blackwall's nice, though. Different from the adamant ones. Need more like him.
More? More?
Hey you, I have an Inquisitor favor to ask.
Sure.
Just a little thing, really. A little march around for some of your people. It's nothing for you, right?
Listening.
All right, let's hear what you got.
Jump right in, huh? I like that. It's a Red Jenny thing. I got a tip that some noble stiffs are arguing over Verschel. Land squabble. They're getting little people beat up. So I need you to go to your big table and send some people to walk through town.
Just walk through.
Just walk through. Easy, right?
Ah, distraction.
All right, Sera. I'll have someone look into it.
Okay.
It's fun, right? Being important without doing a thing. Well, not much of a thing. Not everything has to be torn skies and ancient arseholes. Every little thing makes a difference somewhere.
Battalion for Sera. Okay, is that it? Oh.
You have a problem. That over there is a full tavern, but everyone's drinking alone. They're all up their own arses about the Inquisition. I can't have fun with everybody whinging, and they'll fall on their swords before Corypheus can push them. I'm thinking pranks. Set a
Corypheus?
few up, knock a few down. You in or not?
Sure.
You have an odd idea of preparation. I need to keep them at their best.
That sounds fun, though.
Best, then, Mopey? Constantly ready for death to fall from the gaping hole up there. I know people. Pissed off and fired up is better than dreary bleary. Come on.
Let's do it. Ooh.
Lead the way.
What, really?
Really.
I knew you were different. Let's go.
Please prank the companions as well. I'm begging you. What?
Right, General Uptight is gone. Have a search about.
Oh.
Find something to mess with. Give your
Whoa.
soldiers a laugh. What, the desk? Oh, yes. Center of the Empire. And
Don't
all
mess
that.
with the paperwork, though.
What to do.
All right, Sera. What do you want to do?
Thing looks heavy. Don't want to move or break it. I got it. Easy one. Just a slip of something under here. There, won't notice much, but it's just that little bit wonky. He's so in control that'll piss him royally. I tell one of the soldiers and boom, the general seems like people. And since he works for you, you seem like people. Come on,
Smart.
next one.
Okay. Oh,
Right.
Josephine.
Little lady prissy pants. Have a look for something she likes too much. What, just the door? Where she greets every important idiot. Yes.
Well, Sera, what do you have in mind?
Oh, classic.
Bucket.
With water?
Classic, yeah? 5 minutes of sloppy boss gets you.
Oh,
weeks of
don't do
having
that.
kitchen
She's too
staff.
sweet.
Except for the one who cleans it up, I suppose. But whatever.
Oh,
Next
I
up.
kind of regret Josephine's. Oh. Oh, shit. I feel like Leliana would see it coming.
What's that? A locked... No, leave that. Not interested in her hidden things. Not for just a bit of fun.
Respectful.
Feed her messengers something gassy? And no, bears don't pop. But they flap and...
Who is up there?
Go!
That was fun.
So Leliana got
An
saved.
Inquisitor of the people.
Are they
Still
gonna
remembering
show
you're one
people
of
falling
them.
for the prank stuff?
If all they got was the herald stuff, the serious bit, you'd start to sound pretty scary. That works, but not for long.
Whatever it takes. I'd start throwing pies if it kept people inspired.
Pies is so good. And Coryphanus would never do that. Good thing for you, innit? Because from the bottom, everyone up top sort of seems the same. Anyway, fun time, Inquisitor.
Wait.
You! Oh, frig. You did it!
That was pretty good. I like that.
Oh. But you like demons. I enjoy the company of spirits, yes, which is part of why I do not abuse them with bindings. It isn't abuse if I ask.
Wants to be bound?
Not always true. Also, I do not practice blood magic, which renders this entire conversation academic. He won't bind me. He's a mage and he likes demons, but he won't help.
Why would you want Solus to bind you?
So I'm safe. Solus won't do the ritual to bind me. Someone else could. Will.
Oh,
Like
I get it. He's scared.
And then I'm not me anymore. Walls around what I want. Blocking, bleeding, making me a monster.
A mage using blood magic could conceivably do that to any one of us, human or demon.
You should ask Solus to bind you too. And then someone can bind him.
For a spirit, I wonder if it's not that old of a spirit, because it sounds very...
We'll find a way to keep you safe without binding you, Cole.
I have a suggestion, if Cole is ready to listen.
He sounds very like a kid.
Stories of amulets used by Raveni seers to protect spirits they summon from rival mages. A spirit, wearing an amulet of the Unbound, was immune to blood magic and binding. It should protect Cole as well. The resources of the Inquisition could be used to find such a talisman.
Okay.
Good. They will not take me.
You got it. Let's go back up one more time. Also, can I just say the songs in the taverns are really, really good. Like, I sometimes when I'm working, I just open up Dragon Age Inquisition and just leave it, you know, put my card in and I can listen to the songs. They're pretty good. It helps that she's got a really good voice.
It started out helping, taking the fear away. I won't take too much. I am not that.
And before you say, oh, I can just open a YouTube and just listen to it, I do it in-game because I keep sending war table operations. So while I'm waiting for the war table to come back, I'm always in the tavern. So I'm not that dumb. I've already... What is this? Does this stay? Because I'm pretty sure I've asked this before.
I've heard about some oddities here in the keep.
And I've asked that too.
Yes. Maybe. What was it?
Oh. This is the one I heard about. I don't remember these.
Someone found a barrel full of misplaced daggers. Was that you?
They were safer there.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna ask him to stop.
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
If it show up again?
Are having trouble remembering some odd events.
Ah.
Can I assume you're
Guess I
responsible
didn't.
for the turnips that have shown up in the fireplaces?
They don't smell the same, raw.
You needed that soldier to smell them, so he could die thinking he'd gone home.
He did go home.
Someone is leaving peeled plums on the windowsill. It's attracting flies.
Spiders need to eat.
Ah. Fair enough.
And healers need something to treat infected wounds, like spider webs.
The plums are already dead. They don't mind helping.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
Alright. Excuse me, Inquisitor. Okay.
Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
No.
Are you all right? You seem very intent.
I am. This needs to be done before I forget. As if written by a dim-witted child. Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress, in the Fade. I wasn't there, but others were. Their accounts must be recorded.
That's a pretty good idea, but also... This is right.
That's an excellent idea, Cassandra.
I certainly thought so, until I started writing.
It could also be considered biased, because she's in the Inquisition, so she's writing good things about the Inquisition. Someone will want to know the other side of the story.
The Chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her. Yet even so...
Do you really think it could have been her? A ghost?
A ghost. A remnant of her hopes and memories. Her lingering will to do good.
She took shape as a spirit.
Those things are all possible. Nobody knows for certain what happens after we die. A spirit could have assumed her form, but why? It helped you, as Justinia herself would have.
Perhaps it doesn't matter what she really was then.
It matters to me, to what I must write. I wish I'd seen her, seen it. I feel so inadequate trying to interpret.
I'll keep that in mind for my next playthrough. I honestly think it was her. I do think it was like a mix of a spirit merging with what she just said, the memories and the soul or whatever of her. So it could have been her. Her and the spirit, so you know what?
I believe it was the Divine. She helped us one last time.
I hope that's true. I want to believe it. When they told me you were physically in the Fade, I was terrified for you. The last time such a thing happened, we created Darkspawn. We created Corypheus. The world needs to know the truth this time. No more legends lost to the ages.
What? Oh. Hello?
I can keep staring at this, but I won't get any closer.
Something I can help you with?
Yes. Possibly. You recall the demon at Therenfall?
There's a shocking lack of care at the fact that Hawk is dead.
We never found the real Lord Seeker, or his body. Indeed, I've seen no hint of any Seekers amongst the Red Templars, or anywhere. I have a growing suspicion Corypheus has imprisoned them.
Why imprisoned? He could just as easily have killed them.
Not easily. But yes, they may be dead. Yet a demon of envy does not kill whomever it replaces. It hides them away and learns about them. There must be a trail we can follow.
Okay,
yet so far I've only discovered hints.
War table?
But they could have ended up just like the Red Templars.
Seekers do not use lyrium.
Ah.
I assume Corypheus gained control of the Templars by corrupting the lyrium they were already taking. To do the same to a Seeker, you'd have to force the lyrium upon him. That may be what happened, but it couldn't have begun that way. We're missing a piece of the puzzle, Inquisitor. I need to find it.
Okay.
Finding them obviously means a lot to you.
I left the Order, but I can never abandon them. I cannot even claim that rescuing them would be beneficial. They wouldn't look kindly on the Inquisition. But even so, if there's a chance...
Okay.
If we can spare resources to
we have a bunch of missions
appreciate
relating to the companions. I need to focus on that a little bit more. What? I'll do that soon. Hold on, let me just finish everything up. I gotta go back to Cassandra. It should have been a fast travel point right there. With how many times you have to go. Hey, Josephine, you have any for me?
We've an interesting development.
Yeah, I have to do her quest.
A petition from citizens of Val Royal. They wish to know what
Oh, shit.
Andraste said to you in the Fade.
They think she spoke to me?
Even Leliana can't trace the rumor's origin. It may be expedient to respond
Well,
to those asking
what's a
for
Vivienne?
Andraste's words.
It's not Andraste who saved me.
Few people outside Skyhold know it was Divine Justinia who delivered you from the Fade.
Kinda don't wanna.
You could attempt to tell Val Royal citizens the truth, though it may not be as inspiring as they hope.
You know what? Keep it general. Don't really.
Tell these petitioners Andraste said she cares for us
Oh.
always, as she walks by the Maker's side.
A fine sentiment. We will have it proclaimed in Val Royal.
I really don't wanna. Damn. Anything else?
Good to see you.
Oh, you're always so polite. That's new.
How do you stay so civil with everyone, Josephine?
Bonds of circumstance among the nobility are fickle. Civility is the only constant everyone admires. And I do deplore rudeness in those who know better.
Does it even become a strain sometimes?
Well, it can be trying. There is no shortage of self-regard among the nobility. The game can be wearying, discouraging, and extremely baneful. But honestly, I'd miss meeting people. I've made the most fascinating friends.
Can you imagine?
One good thing about becoming Inquisitor has been meeting so many different people.
I'm pleased. I imagine we appear a strange bunch to those outside our circle. Mages, Templars, Seekers, and an apostate elf are not often found working in harmony.
A spirit.
Or at all.
But sure, nobody knows about
Let's
that.
speak
I
later.
need to do your mission.
Farewell.
I apologize. It's been a while since she gave me that. Okay, so we have. Oh yeah, let me talk to Cassandra one more time, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna sit in judgment. Sorry, I'll be back later.
Good book?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, are you blushing?
Oh, what's
What
it?
would I have to blush about?
What kind
you
of
tell
book
me?
was that?
It's of no interest to you, I'm certain. It's a book.
I can see that.
It's one of Varric's tales. Swords and Shields, the latest chapter.
Is she a fan of Varric?
So you like to read. What's wrong with that?
It's frivolous. There are more important things for me to do.
Please, if she
She's read
turns out
this
to be a.
one 3 times.
You! I told you to stop
Oh my
spying.
gosh, is she
You
actually
read
a
it out
fan?
loud to me. I don't like the captain either.
Is she actually a fan of
Never did that.
Varric?
It's literature. Smutty literature. Whatever you do, don't tell Varric.
No, no romance option. Oh my god.
Me? No, I would never.
They're terrible. And magnificent. And this one ends in a cliffhanger. I know Varric is working on the next. He must be.
Dude, she's a fan of Varric's? That is
Pretend you don't know
hilarious.
this about me.
That's the best. Oh my god, that's amazing. Dr. Varric? Oh. I kinda don't wanna rat her
understand
out.
if resources cannot be spared to help search for the missing Seekers, Inquisitor.
Oh, that is funny. Oh, I wonder if I could
Involve
get
a
from
threat we are
Varric an
unaware
early
of.
copy.
There may be a use in looking.
Yeah, that's nothing.
That's enough for now.
Another time.
Let's go talk to
then.
Varric. Well, that's literally a mission. Oh, I need to. Oh no, I need to do that mission. Hold on. Varric, you have a fan.
Sorry.
In the
I
most
really need to
unexpected.
write some letters. Another time, all right?
That's okay. You're grieving. That's alright.
There is
Hey.
something I wish to discuss, Inquisitor.
Sure.
My lady Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions. the
Dorian?
Devoter.
What happened?
Has Dorian done something wrong?
No, thankfully. It's nothing like that. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
I have not met them.
Familiar. We've never met, if that's what you're suggesting.
I'm suggesting nothing. I'm only curious whether you know of his situation. The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since
Dude,
he's on
no.
good terms with the young man, I'd hope
I am not tricking him. I'm not tricking.
Just what kind of meeting do they have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk, to understand why Dorian felt he had to come here. Somewhere private, away from Skyhold, but not into Winter. You make them nervous, I think. They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
What happens if Dorian doesn't agree?
Hopefully that will be the end of
Dude,
it.
no, I don't want to trick Dorian, dude.
Well,
There's no way.
that's why you should be there.
If you think I'm going to trick Dorian into meeting his family...
I feared you might say that.
I'm not doing that.
We'll send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I pray you change your mind, Inquisitor. Perhaps their letter will persuade you. If there is any chance of success in this, it behooves us to act.
In the sense that you feel inadequate to the task of bringing Dorian to a secret meeting, even in the asking, I find it difficult to believe myself. Consider my son has rebuffed all contact, this is the only way. I know him. He'll be too proud to come. That is all we wish to do. The thought of Dorian in the south, placing himself in the path of such danger, okay. If this somehow succeeds, we have a family retainer at the blah 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 blah. He will bring the blah 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 blah. Huh. Okay, but I'm still don't want to trick him though. I really don't want to lie. I can just let him know, right? Can I, please?
A little bird told me you were part of the Carter Inquisitor.
A little bird?
Well, a big bird. A big, indiscreet bird who was drunk at the time.
What you heard was true. I was once part of the Carta.
Not any longer. Too bad. They're an excellent source of cheap contraband. Back home, you see dwarves everywhere. And not just from the Ambassadoria. Rather odd how in the south, everyone thinks of dwarves as merchants. Limited view, in my opinion. Maybe you'll change that. In the future, one will hear dwarf and think Messiah. Down with stereotypes.
I can let him know. Yeah, I don't want to be a liar.
There's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father? I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter.
Okay.
I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
You think your father would actually do that?
No, although I wouldn't put it past him. Let's go. Let's meet
you're
the
going?
so-called family retainer.
Okay.
If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
Oh wait, we're going now? Wait, hold up.
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. We've never talked about my family before. They're not happy with my choices, you see. Nor I theirs.
What choices? Leaving Tevinter?
That too.
I'm assuming, going on assumption, he's a noble, so I'm guessing the family wants him to marry some chick, have kids become, you know, so he can keep having heirs, something along those lines. Maybe they don't want him to be, you know, in danger because maybe he's an only son, something like that. Are we actually gonna go like right now?
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed.
Should have given him armor.
We'll find out soon enough.
Oh, thank God. Woo! Okay, I'll go there later. Inquisitor coming through. Okay, let's see. We're done here. Let's sit in Judgement right now. See what we got. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be the guy from the mission that we completed. And see. The mage guy that was messing with the Grey Wardens.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
Many places felt the pain of Adamant. You will answer for a great deal.
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear. Not just Corypheus, but Teventa, rightful ruler of every piece of ground you trod in your pathetic life. I serve the living God. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical.
Nah, if that's what you want, that's not what I'm giving. That's not happening. I'm giving him to the Wardens.
Although willing, there is a group you have wronged more than any. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium. The Wardens can have you. Let them take your head if they want it.
Their petty justice or yours, it matters not. Truth lies in the next world.
Oh, I think there should be another one from the Western approach as well.
Another of the lingering pains of Adamant, your worship. Seruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest.
It was not her fault.
In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
I mean, even the leader of the Grey Warden was doing it. It's not her fault.
You're very serious about this. Is more death the answer?
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it
Still
would
no
create a
excuse for me
future
to
I could
kill
be a
you.
part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with
Make
full
up for it by
distraction.
fighting.
I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
Go to the deep roads. That's a cruel punishment. That's where they go to die.
We doubt when we're safe. When blight is not at our throat. I can't judge a warden, Sir Ruth. No one has that right.
You have more faith in the Order than we ourselves have.
Wish there was another option, like send her to the Wardens to, you know, make up for it on the logging. But I guess that would have been... Please don't stay like that. Shit, it happened again. Why does this happen every single time? This is the second time this has happened. There's like some weird bugs in this game. Like with the menu freezing and this. We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So there's no more judgment, so I'm not quite sure. It's been 2 minutes, so I think that was everybody, which is weird because I did a mission on the western approach where we had to capture some dude. It wasn't like a very small fortress, and it said, oh, send them to Skyhold for judgment. But there's nothing. He didn't show up. Maybe he'll show up later. Well, that's it. I think that we're done here. We did pick up a bunch of war operations for the companions. So I think, yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do. We need to gather this one thing right here. We need to go to Empress to Lion, which I have not been to that area. I need to go explore. To do that. He doesn't want to talk just yet. Yeah, we need to do this. 2 Dorian missions. 1 for Solas. Okay, we still need to do more of these. Gotta do that. So I think, oh man. I think, okay, here's what we're gonna do for the next time. I know I said we were gonna do Wicked Eyes, the Wicked Eyes mission. We're gonna delay it a little bit more. Let's do some companion stuff. Let's do a little bit of exploration. But mainly focusing on the companions. So we're gonna do that next time. What the hell? Huh. Okay. So yeah, before we do this mission, let's just do as much of the companion missions as we can. Because to be honest, I have no idea what's gonna be the end of the mission. I guess once we take the fight to Corypheus, that will be the end of the game. But I don't want to risk it, especially since it's the last like main quest that I see here. So there could be another big jump, and I don't want to do that. You know, a big jump in time or something like that. I don't want to risk it. So I really want to do as much as I can of this before I trigger this one and only mission I got of main quest. Because I know main quest can sometimes trigger stuff, changes in the game, and I don't wanna risk it. So that's it for me. I guess for next time again, we're gonna do some companion missions. See you then. Bye bye.